The elves in the hidden village are the story of Iceland. Once upon a time, in a valley in Iceland, there lived little elves that no one had ever seen. They were called the elves of the hidden village, and during the day they hid in stones and rocks, and at night they sneaked out and roamed the forests and rivers quietly, basking in the starlight. The elves were small, thin, and had a mysterious light in their eyes. Only a few people could see it, and not everyone believed in its existence. One day, a boy, Ivar, lived in a village in the valley. Ivar was curious and loved to explore the forests and mountains. One night, I heard a strange sound under the moonlight. It is like the sound of a bell, and it resonates softly with the wind. Ivar followed the sound and found a small stone path in the forest. As I walked there, a small door suddenly appeared in front of me, invisible. When I opened the door, there was a beautiful world that opened up in front of me. Small houses were lined up between the stones, colorful flowers blooming. The elves lived there, and they looked at Ivar with surprise. The elves all had a kind face, were particularly petite, and wore clothes as bright as light. "Welcome, Ivar," said one of the elven leaders. "It's rare to step into our world. But I guess it's because your heart is pure that you were able to meet us." Ivar was surprised, but his heart was warmed by the leader's words. The elves began to tell Ivar about their world. They taught me that they hide in the mountains and live unnoticed by the outside world, and that they cherish nature and have a deep bond with the flora and fauna. "But why can't people see you?" asked Ivar. "We live in a world that is a little different from the human world. You can't see our world in the same way that your world looks different to our eyes. But those who are pure in heart and value nature can feel our presence," said the leader. Ivar spent time with the elves and learned a lot about nature, animals, and the magic of the elves from them. Every night, it was a fun time to dance and sing with the elves in the moonlight. He thought he would never forget the time he spent with the elves. But one day it was time to return to the village. The elves smiled at Ivar and said, "Our world is different from the outside world. The place you should return to is the village, but don't forget us in your heart." Ivar nodded, a little lonely, and decided to return to the village. When he turned around, he could no longer see the world of the elves, but he still remembered the beautiful scenery in his heart. Since then, Ivar has never forgotten the elves and has vowed to cherish nature. Even after he became an adult, when he heard strange noises in his valley, he suddenly remembered the elves and felt kind. End.